My name is Sheena Asconi, and I teach 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade math, 6th grade math, pre-algebra, and 4th grade history and science. There's more plankton. You see those little pieces of blue in there? That's representing the plankton. And what is plankton? My favorite thing about teaching at Grace, or a Christian school completely, is that I like the one-on-one that I can have with the students. We get more time with each student, and the one-on-one that we can have with the parents. We have a lot of parent interaction. We welcome the parents into the classroom, and so we use our time, we use the parents' abilities in the classroom, and that helps the student to grow, and it also helps our school. Why I love teaching. Actually, one of my students asked me that yesterday. She said, Mrs. Asconi, why did you want to be a teacher? And it took me a minute to give her an answer. And my answer was, I never wanted to be anything else. And that's what I wanted to be. I loved school. I had wonderful teachers when I was growing up. And that's what I wanted to do. I love to see a child learn. I love to see when the light goes on and they finally get it. And that's just a great feeling. And so, I mean, I love it. I absolutely love to teach. And the children are really what makes that happen. So that'll hold the air in. Good job, Miriam. Miriam's got a good bubble going. I realize that people look at the cost of Christian school and think, I can go to public school and not have to pay. But I believe that if whatever we need to do to sacrifice for our children, then that's what we need to do. And if you really look at it, what the cost here is for the month is not that much compared to other things that you spend money on. And so I do believe that in the long run, the money paid out now is investing in your child's life now, and you will reap those benefits from it.
Hello, my name is Mr. Cook, and I teach middle school Bible, science, history, and 4th grade grammar and spelling.
India.
India, yes. It's the second biggest, most populated country. That's correct. And find the seashell. Yes. The skyscrapers use this kind of rock to make their glass because it's very... most importantly, you get an education on the Bible here. And not only that, you get a Christ-centered education.
45. Matthew, Mark, Luke.
And that he might comprehend the scriptures.
My name is Sarah Cook, and I am the middle school language arts teacher. I love teaching because it gives me the opportunity to impact the future. My starting point with each of my students is that they have been given talents and skills that are unique to them, and they are given those skills by God to be used to glorify Him. And it's my job as the teacher to figure out what talents my students have been given and teach them how to use those talents to the best of their ability. The middle school language arts curriculum that we use is exceptional because it focuses not only on the mechanics of grammar, how to use nouns and verbs, how to identify them in a sentence or diagram a sentence on the board. It also focuses on writing. We encourage the students to write creatively so that our students have a grasp of the beauty that is the English language.
Today, so Jehovah es mi pastor, nada me faltará. None of us base. Jehovah es mi Greece, gray, like my grace. I used to speak, you used to speak, he used to speak. Hablaba, taxi, en carro, en carro. Lávame y seré más blanco que la nieve.
Lávame y seré.
Okay, girls, think. That's what it should be now. What is it? Cage. Okay. Oh, you're cheating. 5, that's correct. Close your eyes, please. Jordan, how many spaces? I believe that the Christian school is a better fit for students. There's not as much of the bullying that goes on that's in the public school. That I know a lot of times people say that they're too secluded, they're too sheltered in a Christian school, but I would much rather my child be sheltered from the things that are going on in the public school now. And the one thing, the biggest thing is that the one-on-one time with a student because of the smaller classrooms. So that's why I feel like Christian school wins out from the public school.
One goal for my students is that they graduate here strong Christians and with a firm foundation in the Word of God.
My number one goal for my students would be to love God with all their hearts. I want them to be a Christian. I want them to love God. And a second part of that is I want them to love school. I want them to love education. I want them to love to learn.